that you trade him and then you say that, you want to stop the run game, right? You had Micah Parsons, but that didn't stop the run game. Okay, I understand that. But if you don't sit on your hands for the last 2 off seasons, which, by the way, in those 2 off seasons, guess what superstar running back that you could have had to really explode this, make this offense explode? Derrick Henry. Missed out on Derrick Henry. You missed out on guys that you could have added to your defensive line to improve your run defense, but you didn't. You sat on your hands, and now guess what? You trade Micah Parsons for 2 back of the first round picks and an aging Kenny Clark, who is, he's a Pro Bowler, but he's coming off of a bad year. So live with that one, Jerry Jones. Now you have to eat your words, and I really, really can't wait for the Philadelphia Eagles to stomp them next week.
Yeah, and I understand the move by Green Bay. As much as it pains me to say this, like, we're talking from an unbiased standpoint, they feel like they were Micah Parsons away from making it to the Super Bowl, possibly winning the Super Bowl. Kind of understand it. They traded, I think they win this end of the trade. You trade 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. They're going to be in the back end of this draft, first-round picks. Kenny Clark, he's about to be 30, I believe. He's going to be 30 this year. So he's aging, had a bad year. You get rid of him. You still end up, keeping Rashawn Gary during this trade. So you get to pair Micah Parsons up with Rashawn Gary. I think that's only going to elevate each other. And, it's a good move by Green Bay. I kind of see it now coming from on the Dallas side. I think it's just an ego thing from Jerry Jones at this point. Micah wanted to stay. He wanted to talk contract negotiations 2 years ago, and you didn't want to do it. And then we find out that Jerry Jones was going behind Micah Parsons' agent back, trying to go directly to Micah Parsons himself for contract negotiations instead of directly going to the agent. And that's really what agents are for, unless you're a guy like Lamar Jackson, who I believe is unrepresentative. He doesn't have a representative. He does it himself. Like that. That's that's who he talk. You talk to a person like Lamar Jackson for that. But there's reasons why agents are here for this, is to take away tension like this, like Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones had during this whole trade talk situation. And unfortunately, it costed them Micah Parsons, who, unfortunately, you don't pay Dak $60 million a year, which I think is an absurd number. I don't think he's worth 60. He's not worth 55. He's not worth 50. I think you don't give him that crazy deal. You are able to keep someone like Micah Parsons, pair him alongside, like another young superstar in CeeDee Lamb, who they gave a contract to this year. That was amazing. I think that was a good job. Well done. You keep one of the best receivers in the league, but now you lose one of the best defenders in the league, and now your defense is going to hurt. You're going to now really see if Dak is worth the $60 million, because you're going to ask him to throw roughly 250 plus yards and 3 touchdowns a game to try to keep their team in the game throughout the whole series and win. So now you're really going to test to see if that $60 million contract was worth it.